Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Railway Empire Crossing the Andes. We're here at Viedma and we want to see if we can get some good services into this place. So you can see here they have a demand for corn and they also have a demand for wood. Now we can definitely get the wood in there. I'm just looking to see which train have I got highlighted as Malone logging. It's all the way back up the other end of the map. We've got the ability here to feed in wood quite quickly and easily over here, but before we do that I want to make sure that these lines are running properly. So what do we have? This is just our freight line, isn't it? 'Cause it's a single station going into Bahia Blanca and then over to Bahia Blanca again. It's just a single line to Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires we should probably actually look at expanding in the future, but we're okay right now. So this is the freight line. Is that the freight line? Yeah, it's the freight line there. So the freight line comes down. This is a passenger service line that runs through here. So that's passengers. That's just mail and everything there. So this is passengers as well. So the freight line. Okay, we need to expand this station up. We're going to expand it twice. Like that. And I want to check, because I want to make sure I don't get confused as to which trains are going in on which. So, yeah, see, we have passengers on the outside platform there. So that needs to be on the lower platforms on our next station. So they're the wrong way round at the moment. Some bonuses for express lines. What's this? Bonus for express line from Santiago to Lima. You know what, that makes sense. We should probably do that before we do anything else, because it's a big bonus which we need, and we need more express services anyway. So this is all freight, isn't it? So let's run this parallel. We probably should have done this a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't do this last time out, really. It's a long route, look. That's going to go in there to Iquique. I think it's just the sheer cost of the track was why I didn't even think about doing this. And then passengers coming in along here. See, look how long the route is. And then we've already got our passenger services running here. So we can now connect an express line that goes all the way through into Lima. We're going to need plenty of passing loops along here. It's a very, very long route indeed. And we have the trains now. That's the important thing. We have those express trains. So if we come down here, we need our passing line to start here. And as soon as we've got this up and running, we will go back and we'll really concentrate on improving Viedma, because that's the next station, or the next city that we have access to at the moment that looks as though it's going to be eligible for an attraction. And we need 5 of those. We only have the 1 right now, so make sure that all of these passing loops are where they need to be. We'll have to come back and signal again all of these afterwards. Signaling takes such a long time, but it is something that you really do need to do. Again, this kind of needs to run like that, parallel all the way through. We're not going to bother on the freight passing loop yet, because we're not running freight between these. We're just going to run express connections between these cities to start with. Why can't I go all the way across? Oh, I've got another bridge there, look. Just a little one. money's going down so quickly. But we can run multiple trains on this. And really, you know, after the initial expense of getting this route set up, we can start to hopefully make quite a nice bit of cash in just in terms of passenger and mail volumes. So again, I have a little bit of a gap just in case we need to expand and rework the station. We've got a tunnel coming up, so we can't go 4 through a tunnel, same as we can't go 4 through a bridge. We come out of the tunnel on the opposite side. Is that another tunnel? No, it's a bridge. So again, we need to put our passing. You can look how much money we spent. We spent over $1 million doing this so far. This is horrendously expensive. $120 on that bit of track there. And that's a big bridge, and that goes all the way into Ica. So we'll have to kind of wait from Ica. Then we've already got the passing loops in place there. Okay. Very expensive. We have the trains in place though already. We don't have to add the trains. We just have to expand the line. And we do need to add in quite a few other bits and bobs. So if we go to building construction, let's do the signals first. And then when the signals are in place, we can put in the supply towers that we're going to need. Because this is such a long route that we're going to need a lot of signaling, a lot of supply towers in place. So we need to get these signals in place. I can't square these up, unfortunately, with those ones there, so we'll have to reposition them slightly. So traffic wants to be going that way and that way. Let's take that out, square it up. Take that one out and square it up, just because I like them to look neat like that. Take these ones out and just position them a little bit further forward. There we go. Same again over here. I'm going to take those ones out. Okay. You know, I'm going to take those ones out as well, actually. And position these ones a little bit. Like so. And then we'll put signal blocks right next to that supply tower there. We'll probably delete that supply tower and reposition it. Again, I need to make sure I've got space for crossovers, so I want these signals to start about here. Like that. Just a single set of signals on that loop there. Come across the bridge. And now I just need to focus purely on this. So, let's go the wrong way. Like that. Come all the way along here to the end. Put my signals in and then go to multi-signal mode. Drop those in all the way through here. Like that. Very long route, as you can see, between stations. Let's put a supply tower in here. Like that. And then as we come back to this one here, let's take multi-signal off. So I want a signal there, one there. These run all the way along to this bridge. And then we'll multi-signal these. All the way through there, like that. And then we've got a small one here on this side of the bridge. We're going to put another supply tower in just here. Go to signal mode, single signal mode. That's the wrong way round. Like that. Put them at this end. There, and then we want a supply tower sort of central along there. Like that. And then we've got this route. So again, get our directional signals in place there. That runs all the way through to the tunnel. We'll multi-signal these. And we're going to have multiple trains. We've got 2 that can run this line, no problem at all, but we're going to put much more than 2 in. Probably going to have 4 or 5 or 6 different trains at least running this line. I'm going to want a supply tower. Reasonably close to the other side of the station. Let's go there. Again, because it's a very long route. And then coming out of the tunnel over here, I want to have... Actually, yeah, it's going the right way, isn't it? That's the way it goes there. That runs along to here. We'll split that into 2 sections. Like that. Over the bridge. Directional signals there. They run a long distance to this bridge just here. Put my blocking signals in. Multi-signal. Like so. And then we have the run into Ica. And we want to put our... supply tower somewhere on this run here. I think just here. So it's reasonably close to the station, and then we've got a supply tower there and those trains running there. Okay, so let's start amending the route for these trains here. So you can see there we go from Ica to Lima. So we're going to change that. We're going to get rid of Ica from the start point, make Lima the start point, go to Ica, to Iquique, through there, into Coquimbo, and into Santiago. That's the route. We're on the wrong platform. Santiago needs to go in on platform 1, that's our passenger line there. Again, it carries on through because what I need to do is put in a passing loop. In fact, you know what? I'm going to carry that all the way through to Conception, like that. We'll do that. We can redirect all of our trains along that route there, and then that'll come back that way. Just checking it's running on the right lines. It is all the way through there, all the way through here. It's running on the lower lines. Here through back to Lima. Okay, so that's good. Now I need to obviously put in the return journeys, which I probably should have done before I started panning. So Santiago and Coquimbo. Actually, Santiago, I want to make sure that goes in on platform 3. Is it platform 3? Is it platform... No, platform 2. There we go. So that goes in on that platform there. So it goes through on that one and then comes back on that one. Runs through here from Santiago to Coquimbo to Iquique. And Lima. Back at Lima, it's where it starts. Okay. This should be passengers and mail only. Save and end. this train here, which is broken down, I'm going to make a direct route just between the two. So rail line. So again, we'll get rid of Ica. Start at Lima. I'm just going to run this one because I think this might be what it wants. All the way through to Santiago. Santiago needs to go in on track 1. And save and end. The reason it's giving me that kind of little strange wibble where it's going all the way out to the other lines because we don't have what we need, which is once that train's gone through, one of these diamond crossings just here. And that way the trains can then reorganize themselves onto the correct platform.
No pain,
so
no gain.
I need to go. Why is that still not saying express line? I've just set express line up. Get into a bidding war again over more stuff. It's expensive. It's not really what I wanted to spend on this, but it just frees up another piece so we can spend our points on something else. So that's our express route. So why is that showing? Oh, hang on, that's a freight only that I've just set up. That's Lima to Ica. I don't want that. This is the one I wanted to click on. Manage train. Maybe I have to do it as a new train. From Lima to Santiago. Okay, so rail line, start there. End there. I'll go in on platform 2 on that one. I'll run straight back. Route options. Passengers and mail only. Still not giving me the bonus. Because the bonus is maybe for, I don't know, maybe for that station. That's frustrating. I spent all that money and nothing's happened. Okay. Right, you know what? Ooh,
you should
Saboteur.
keep your trains in better condition.
Sabotage. Lima station. This is big station there. So Lima to Santiago is running. Now where's the other train that I set up that was a multi-station train? I think it's this one. No, it's not that one.
This saboteur was carrying out your mission, I'm sure. I demand revenge.
Ah, there we go. That's the big train that runs all the way through. That's the train I want to clone. So, route options, clone train. And clone it again. And again. And again. There we go. So lots of trains running through there. They're all going to queue up for now, but they'll start to shake themselves out. I'm going to put him out of business. He's starting to annoy me now. We've got 2.7 million to spend. There we go. Bought the rest of his shares. Merge. Railmaker is out of business. We get 3 million in cash. He had 98 locomotives. How did he have that many trains? We're not going to liquidate his
Thanks to
tracks.
my intuition and my decisive leadership, this plan has worked out completely, and you only have to deal with one competitor now.
Yes, we can.
You beat me, and hereby I retreat.
It doesn't make the impression that our opponents are putting much emphasis on a fair competition. But we aren't either. Simply focus on your strengths, which can clearly be attributed to the passenger transport.
Oh, Lorenzo just bought some of my company. I better start focusing on taking him out as well. Got 4 million to spend. Let's buy a 20% share of his company. We have points to spend as well. The Super Hudson. Yes, we'll unlock that. We're getting close to getting the EMU. Sorry, not the EMU. Sorry, the diesel. EMD. Up to 1905. Got plenty of time here. This train here, I'm going to manage the train. I want to get rid of the train. Not doing anything. We'll scrap it. We'll get some money back. We're going to go away. I'm going to make some changes. So we're going to get rid of... I need to let the trains run a little bit. Just a little bit. There. No. Let's just move me way across the map. It's a slow scroll process. That's the annoying thing when you have to travel long distances like this. We are going to take out this bit of track here. There's a reason for that. I'm going to reposition. I'm going to get rid of my station and move on to his station here. I think. Actually, no. We've got our lines in place. We'll just take out his station. So we don't need that bit of track. Don't need that bit of track or that bit of track. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to take out all of this track here. And all of these bits. I'm going to take out that station there. And we're going to link our trains onto his big 4-train station that's slap bang in the middle of Lima. Hopefully this will actually give us that express connection as well now. I don't know why it wouldn't give us that. I need to manage the trains. Yeah, see, neither of them are going to Lima now. Ica's their first stop, so I need to click Lima and then move that there. Okay, and I want that to start on track 4. Like that. Okay. And then it needs to come back to Lima as well, which it will do from Ica. It'll make its way back there. Just very quickly, one thing I do need to do is put in my crossover. To allow my trains to sort themselves out. We'll do the same for here as well. For any freight services that we do that terminate here, they'll have the option to then turn around on the way out. Let's see, where are the other trains on this route? It's just the one at the moment because they all terminate at Ica. There we go. So Lima That one again needs to be... all these businesses popping up that I don't want to buy. This one needs to start here at Lima. There we go. And I want to start that on platform 4. There we go. Next one. I've got to fix all these express trains. Start there. We'll get that one going in on platform 3, so we've got a bit of variety. I just realised I don't have signals in place for this bit here. I do there, but not here. Which is where they need to be. Like that. Next train. So I've got to fix them all. So we've done that one. This one. Again, you can see starts at Ica. We need that to start at Lima. Like so. That one again we'll leave on the track he's going in on. God, Lorenzo's bought another 15% of my company. God damn him. Ica to Lima 4. Again, I've got to fix this one. Got trains that are breaking down. Let's quickly just add in a maintenance shed there. Ica to Lima 5. And that one is at Lima. Okay, that's good. So, where's my Lima connection? Do I have any trains sat there with no route now? Yes, here. 2 trains that have no route. So, from Santiago to Lima. I think I've just lost the connection bonus. I think it's timed out. Maybe not. Route options, passengers and mail only. Save. Yeah, it's not giving me the express line bonus. Ah! Unless I actually literally just build direct route, I don't know how that can change. And there's another one of those as well. Another Santiago train. Scroll through them. There it is. So rail line, Santiago. To Lima. And back again. Okay. Increase our reliability, yes. This area is downgrading because we've stopped the services going in. What do they need? Hadn't planned on taking this guy over today. So I'm going to have to really restructure this whole network in this section here. So I know we were going to work on Vadima, but we're going to have to kind of put that on hold while I try and get everything connected up over here. So I need to delete out quite a bit of track. I need to take these lines out, take these out. Take all this stuff out as well. So what I do need is I need a freight line and I need a passenger line. So the freight line's going to go in there like that. We have to build a tunnel, we have to build a tunnel. We have plenty of cash. I'd like to try and get it reasonably straight a route if I can. Let's go there, and let's try and raise this up a little bit if we can. Maybe just go around the mountain a little bit. Tunnel is pretty much going to happen. It's just a question of how big a tunnel. There needs to be space for passing loops either side of the stage, the track here, because we can only have two that go through the mountain. And the other option is to kind of come through this way, try and bring the line up a bit. Again, so that's what he did. I suppose that's something we could try and do. I'll drop the line down like that to a 2% gradient there. Can't have a big bridge like that because then I can't get my passing line in. I could do that. This is trickier than I thought it was going to be. Ah, that's not too bad. Yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. We can have our passing loop in this bit here, and then just not have a passing loop here, but have enough space for crossovers. That works. So, gradient isn't too steep. It's reasonably picturesque as well, going through there. That's the passenger line. So we need to have the crossing just there. Same again here. And then the station becomes the passing loop. And then out here, we're going to need... I'm just going to concentrate on the freight stuff for now, because that's what's causing the town to die. The lack of freight, I think. And then coming out the other side here, complicated mess of tracks over here. It kind of crosses over with other lines. So we've got a route that runs all the way through there. That's odd. I suppose he's done it as for... Yeah, I can see why he's done that. Just run that into there. Run that to there. So we have a freight line and a passenger line. So which way round are they going to be? So it's passengers along the bottom, freight along the top. So this is passengers. This is freight. Okay. We'll just make the town itself a passing loop. Or the station itself a passing loop like that. Just drag that out a little bit more to there. Same on this side. again. And this is just so I can put crossovers in if I need to. I doubt I'll need to, but I can also put a supply tower in here if I need to, which I might well need to. So this is freight running that way, and then coming over here. What do I have over here? Well, that's just supplies. That's way bigger than it needs to be as well. Unless he wants to run a ton of logs. What's that need? See, that doesn't need wood. They do. They need paper. We'll leave that setup as is for now. That's just the freight line there. But the freight line here merges with the passenger line, and I don't want it to do that. So that there is merging with the correct line. That's good. So this needs to change. So I need to put a break point there, like that. And make a connection there. Okay, so that's freight. It's a little bit weird the way it kinks through there. But we can work with that. And then this is freight, and this needs to come through here and connect up over here somewhere. So I need to find a good spot for that to happen. So I want that to, let's see. Yeah, I just want it to connect with this line here somewhere. It doesn't have to be amazingly pretty, it just has to connect. Doesn't want to unless I do something really, really silly. So we've got a nice clean line there. Let's take that out. Let's take that out as well. We've got our line that runs through there. Okay. Cancel that planning. Let's try again. Let's try again here. If I can get this to connect. I could have to go old-fashioned with this connection. I don't know why. You know, it had a working connection. I should have probably kept it in there. A working merge. Doesn't want to merge with the way I've done this corner. I think that might be my fault. I might have broken this up into too many small pieces. So let's take out the corner. And let's rebuild it. Let's rebuild the route. So now we're getting a bridge. How did he do this? With the terrain like this. Alright, if we straighten that out. Oh, there's a business point there, isn't there? Did he just have a really steep gradient? No, I don't think he did. Right, let's try going with that. Take that across. Make it parallel. Why doesn't it want to go parallel through here? That's a bit weird. Okay, there we go. So now let me try and take... there we go. So you've got a nice long unbroken corner piece here. So that should now, hopefully... if I reposition this correctly. It still doesn't want to let me connect through. Ah, this is maddening. He had a working thing and I wanted to tinker with it and I broke the only thing that seemed to work. I just want to get it to go into here. What about if I pull that down this way? I had it for a second then. There. Maybe that's where I was going wrong. Maybe I didn't put the... it is. That's where I was going wrong. I wasn't actually clicking on the line to make the... I wish I'd known that earlier. It would have made things a lot simpler. Yeah, that does want to connect onto that line there. It's a hell of a bridge. That's a hell of a gradient. So let's pull that back a bit. Let's work the gradient to our advantage. So the line needs to come off that way. We need to get that to connect at a gradient that's not going to cripple our trains. I think that's as good as it's going to get unless I can drop it down a bit here. No, that's just too steep. Again, I've got the nearby business that's causing issues. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. I'm going to actually cancel this. I'm going to take this bit of track out here. I'm spending way longer on this than I really wanted to, but needs to be done. We need to get this up and running. Because that town is close, population-wise. So I don't want that town to die off and have to try and build it all the way back up from a long distance again. There we go, let's try this. So we get a 3% gradient there. It's a long bridge, it's a very long bridge. How much is that going to cost me? 239,000. That's pricey, but you know what? I kind of need that to be lower, don't I? I think that's where I went wrong. He had a lower gradient through here. Maybe he was working on a lower ground level. Okay, so it's a 6% gradient. That's going up now. Let's leave it at 5%. 5% we can deal with. It's a little steeper than I would have liked, but it'll do. So we'll build that, and then I'm going to split this. So that's going to run along here and connect up there. Okay, so we have our 2-lane loop into there. It's made a clunky mess of this bit here. You want to have multiple trains running in. It's only one business, so let's have loops like this that run along through here. Again, my planning has screwed me over a little bit here. Oh no, that's fine. Just going to put that track piece. I need to take that joiner out there. There we go, because I can see what I need to do. It's not that. And that needs to come along to about here. And this is where it needs to branch off and then connect up here. I want that to connect up near the bridge like that. Yeah, that works. And then we can do the same again. We can have a secondary line that comes off there. And runs in like that. There we go, and then we're going to want crossovers. Like that. That track doesn't need to be there, so you may as well get rid of it. Get a little bit of cash back. Okay, so we have two trains that will then split, and we've got a freight line that will run in that way. We've got an in and an out line there, so we can get multiple trains running into the stations if we need to. And then they join the freight line there. Excellent. And then over here, same again, in and out lines, and they join the freight line there. And that leaves our passenger service unaffected. So I need to get this signalled up. And A stop signal. There. I multi-signaled that, didn't I? You know what, that's fine actually. Don't want one on the passing line here for the express. I do want to have what's going on here? Something's going wrong here. Where are the other signals? Take all of these signals out. For a second, I'm going to follow this round, see where it's going wrong. So that comes in like that. That goes in. Why is that? Oh, I don't have space there. That's a problem. These are too expressy. So I need to remove those and draw them in at a much better angle. So I've actually got space for the signals like that. Same again. Actually need to put a point in just there, like that, a marker. Okay, so now we can get this done. So that would be a direction signal that way. That would be a direction signal that way. It won't let me put in what I need to put in just there. It's this line that's causing it, so I am going to have to take all of these signals out. So we're pretty much out of time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these signals out along here, get the signals put in the proper way. I'll get trains running on this. And then at the start of the next episode, I'll show you those trains in operation, and then we'll go back and we'll start working on Viedma. That is the plan. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Railway Empire Crossing the Andes very soon.